Despite all that you're hearing about COVID, what you need to do is to keep your eye on the ball. And the ball is the mortality rate. And the mortality rate is dropping. About 6 weeks ago, I posted a COVID video. And in that video, I discussed the fact that mortality rates were declining. They had fallen from double digits to, at that point, a bit under 8%, and they were no longer being reported, at least here in Florida. 4 days ago, I posted another video with an update addressing mortality statistics. At that point, they had fallen nationally to 4.4%, and in Florida, they'd fallen to 1.8%. And remember, this is from double digits only a few months ago. They have fallen. Nationally, the rate has fallen from about 4.4 to about 4.1, and that's just in 4 days. In the state of Florida, where I live, it's fallen from 1.8% to 1.6% mortality rate. Again, a significant drop in just 4 days. And so you see the trend going back since the beginning of this is clear that the mortality rate keeps dropping. As we do more testing, and we're finding that there are more people infected, and there probably were more people infected all along, we're finding that the percentage of people actually dying from this is going down markedly. Remember, at one point it was around 15%. That's what they were telling us. If you catch this, there's a 15% chance you're going to die. Now, basically, if you look at the numbers, if you catch this nationally, there's about a 4.1% chance you'll die. And if you take New York out of the equation, it's under 4% nationally now. And I said in the state of Florida, it's barely over 1.5%. Flu in Florida is 1%. So we're getting down to the point where it's getting closer and closer to the mortality rate of the flu. We don't shut down for the flu. Now, I admit, I'm not looking at hospitalizations here, and there are reports that hospitalizations are going up and that the medical establishment is under additional pressure. But I do think that the bottom line for this is still the mortality rate. How likely are you to die? And what's happening is, as more and more cases are found, the mortality rate keeps dropping. This does not look to be anymore like the killer flu that it did 2-3 months ago when we were in double-digit rates. As I said, in Florida now, it's down to 1.6% and falling. About in 4 days, it's about a 1/10% every other day. It's been dropping in Florida. So if that continues to be the trend, pretty soon the mortality rate for this thing is going to be like the flu. And this is something to keep in mind. I'm not saying everything about COVID-19 is a bright spot. It obviously isn't. But the thing that I think is most important is mortality rate. How many people are dying? That's the bottom line. If you liked the video, please leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you know when I post new videos. And until the next time, I am out of here.